This video is sponsored by GameForge. If you're interested in playing SoulWorker, click on the link in the description below. When I was originally asked to take a look at SoulWorker, I was on the fence. I'd heard some good things from other YouTubers, but I've covered this type of game before. That said, I hadn't played the game myself, so I figured I'd go ahead and download it and see what I thought. And I was sold right after I hit character selection. Girl with big sword. Guy with two guns. Been there, done that. Girl with weird-looking scythe. Little girl with big guitar. Wait, what? And it shoots out ghost wolves. Also, the guitar has teeth. I don't care if that doesn't make sense. I'm sold. That is fucking metal. This is SoulWorker, an anime-style online brawler that recently hit Steam. Now, I've covered a few games in this genre over the years, so I'm gonna skip some of the formalities and just jump straight into this. Starting off, you'll pick your character from a list of 4, at least for the moment. It looks like they have 2 more coming, unless these question marks are lying to me, which I hope not. Don't lie to me, question marks! Like I said earlier, I went with the girl who uses the Ghost Wolf guitar because... Did you hear what I just said? Let me replay it for you.
The Ghost Wolf guitar.
Why would you pick anyone else? And then you'll do a little customization. It's a bit limited at the beginning, but it looks like you can eventually change up your look through fashion items, like taking it all the way back to the 80s. That's hot. Temperature-wise. She's wearing leg warmers. She's like 12. Get your head out of the gutter. After that, it's time for some cutscenes. It seems SoulWorker has decided to use the original dub instead of opting for English voice actors, which is probably a good move. That way we don't have to get into that whole sub versus dub debate. Although being a voice actor, heavy emphasis on the quotations there, I'm a bit biased. The story itself is pretty interesting, although for the sake of spoilers, I'm going to avoid specifics. I'll just poke fun at some bits. Like this! Anyway, the tutorial will teach you the basics of how to run, fight, jump, fight, use your skills, and fight. There's a lot of fighting involved. SoulWorker has action combat, using left click for your basic attack, right click for something. Mine switched my character's stance, but I don't know what it does for the other characters. And number keys for your special attacks. Pretty standard stuff. Then this part of the tutorial ends and it's time for more story! Let's go faster. Let's go faster. Hey, this is the opposite of faster. Another thing that I like about my character, other than the fact that she's awesome, is that she's always hungry. She's just like me! You know, if I were a 12-year-old girl.
So, pretty much like you then.
No, she's also possessed.
So exactly like you.
Helping or hurting, dear, helping or hurting.
Not trying to help.
Who let you in here? The gameplay basically runs like this. Pick up quest in a city hub, head over to the entrance of the quest area, select your mission and difficulty, and then head out. You can opt to do these with up to 3 other people, although I had no problem doing them by myself. Missions are centered around killing pretty much everything in each area. And while that may seem a bit simplistic, it's pretty much standard for the genre. Luckily, SoulWorker has pretty addictive combat. It's fast, fluid, and frankly feels fantastic. How'd you like that alliteration? Boom! Can't get any better than that. I'm out of here, folks. See you later! I forgot I can't leave, I have more video to do. So kill the enemies in one area and move on until you eventually reach a boss. These are bigger guys or gals who have multiple health bars that you'll have to whittle down. Once they're done, the mission ends. Completing a mission gives you a ranking and rewards based on that ranking. On top of that, you get rewards for any quest you happen to complete. Oh, and you're rewarded with more store. What the f is that? I'm out. Nope, I'm done. See ya. I'm out. No, I'm not going back in. You can't make me. Typical rewards are experience and crafting materials or pieces of equipment. Experience is, well, experience. It helps you level up. Now, equipment doesn't actually change your look. As I stated earlier, fashion items do that. I have a plant growing out of my head. I don't know what I'm gonna sprout into, but it's not gonna be pretty. Crafting isn't really anything crazy. Just talk to this person and craft something. That's it. At least from what I've experienced. Moving on. Equipment is purely stat-based and is just used to make your character stronger, and leveling up is pretty much the same thing. Both of them will increase your stats, and leveling up will give you some skill points to make your skills stronger or unlock new ones. Like me being able to ride this ghost wolf like a Mack truck through a bunch of enemies. I enjoy this way too much. I can also use my guitar as a gun. Again, I don't care if it doesn't make sense. That is fucking metal. So just to kind of reiterate, you grab a quest, zone into an instance, kill a bunch of stuff and a boss, pop out, turn in your quest, equip any new gear you got, make your character stronger, and then head back out for a more difficult challenge. Does that gameplay loop sound familiar? It should. I've been addicted to it for like a month now. This was actually kind of a dawning realization for me, and lightened my views on the genre as a whole, and SoulWorker appears to be a darn good entry in it. If you're looking for a fun little game to play with good combat, some interesting story, and the most adorable little badass ever, then take a look at SoulWorker by clicking on the link in the description below. But, if you do, you have to pick the girl with the guitar. It's basically mandatory now. Not really, I'm just kidding. But seriously, it's mandatory. And that was SoulWorker. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button for future videos. I put out a new one every week. I've also put another video for you to watch right up here. If you want, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, or Twitch for my weekly live streams. And if you really want to help the channel, you can donate to me on Patreon like these other amazing people.